More cowbell. Yeah, baby. And here we are, all up in you, just looking at you from the inside. From the inside out. I don't know what that's like, but I'm imagining it looks something like this behind me. That's right. Like if you were just a galaxy of love and beautifulness and sexy hotness and probably a little bit of fat because we're all a little older than we used to be. And that's okay. I'm still thinking you look pretty good. I mean, it's October 23rd. We are closing in. We're less than 10 days away from the Halloween, and we're ready for it.
It's coming
We are
quick.
ready.
The best time of year. It's really the start of like the full holiday season. So once
Mm.
once it pops over to November 1st, we're gonna be seeing a lot of Christmas commercials. If you're not already, but
I haven't actually seen one.
yeah, I've seen
Not even one.
Costco has Christmas stuff already up for. I think the last month they've had it around here at least, like fake Christmas trees and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get all my Costco stuff. I order it. I just do it online. And have it delivered to me, same day delivery.
Oh,
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice.
I
Unless
like go I like
couldn't
going
get it.
there and feeling the fruits and the melons.
Yeah, they have some nice stuff right now. I tell you what, I was at a golf tournament today. Imagine that.
Yeah, shocker,
And
not working.
there was a local. I was at work. I worked like an hour this morning.
Yeah, I was communicating with people that might buy cars at some point.
Maybe. I don't know. Who gives a fuck?
Networking.
Yeah. So I was at this golf tournament. Great place in a horrible town. This town is full of Jews. And not that there's anything wrong with Jews, but there is. And in this town, especially, I was in Lakewood, New Jersey. And if anybody wants to look up Lakewood, New Jersey, let me tell you what, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. It is, oof.
I've
It's,
I've never been in a town like that, so
oh my
I'd
God.
I'd be more curious to see what is going on.
You might like it. It's, um, it's funny because last week, Sweet Bun sent me a text. They were at a track meet or something. And anyway, it was something about, you know, she's not a fan of Lakewood. A lot of people are not a fan of Lakewood in general.
Just because it feels weird, or like,
No, not because it's weird. It's because everything's different.
yeah,
Because um, in general, that whole town. I don't know if it's the whole town, but it seems like it. I mean, I think I talked about it on here with you when I walked down the street and I didn't realize that they could hitchhike
mm-hmm, yeah.
um, a lot. But it's everything's just weird. I mean, lots of synagogues and the whole
Like
town is
old timey feeling, kind of.
no, it's not.
Oh.
I mean, they're all driving around cars. It's just it's. I guess if you're not Jewish, which I'm not, um, you would be a good Jew, Mike.
Yeah,
Um, I think so. Um, you'd look good in one of those haha yarmulke hats.
yeah.
Yeah, it's sit like on that skull, nice.
Grow out some curly sideburns.
Those yeah, the drizzle dreidel locks.
I think all my hair's straight though, so it would just be like look like big dog ears or something hanging out the side of my
It would
face.
look nice. I like it. But um, yeah, what are those things called? Um, payos. That's what they're called.
The
Payos.
sideburns.
Yeah, they're side curls. They're called payos. And a man cannot cut or trim his hair within a special, like a specific facial region at a certain age or some bullshit. Um, let's look it up. How about we look it up?
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, we like them. But anyway, before I forget, when I was at the golf tournament, they had a local distillery was there with their bourbon,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, let me hear all about it.
It's Monday.
They also had a nice hot crock pot going full of apple cider,
There you go.
and they put the bourbon in apple cider.
Sure.
Might be one of the tastiest little drinks I ever had. The problem is, I had a whole, like, coffee cup full of it.
Why is that a problem?
It was delicious, and by, like I didn't even think about it, but, like, the 3rd hole, I'm drinking this thing like it's freaking just apple cider.
Yeah.
It tastes so good. I'm I'm kinda feeling it in my eyeballs. I'm like, "Wow, this fair" I'm thinking, "Man, I need to put my glasses on." And I realized, "Wait, hold on, this shit is full of bourbon." And I'm just hammering it at noon. I haven't eaten lunch. I barely ate breakfast. I think, I might have had a what did I have? Oh, I had one of those little like a little breakfast bowl of eggs, sausage, and cheese. Um, but anyway, those side curls. So the boundaries of this prohibited zone on each side of the face, roughly between the middle of the ear and the eye.
Okay.
So we're talking where your sideburns would be,
Sure.
below a bone which runs horizontally across there. Many Orthodox Jews simply do not trim their sideburns above this line. Other Jews, primarily Hasidic Jews, go further with this tradition. They do not trim or cut their hair here at all. Rather, they allow it to grow indefinitely. The result is a long side curl that extends visibly downwards. I've seen some really long ones.
Yeah, what on earth do you think could create such a tradition for them? Like, I get not eating pork back in the day because there was a lot of disease that came from it. To me, that's kind of an outdated religious thing, but it makes sense for back in the day when it was written. But
Yeah, I mean,
what purpose does having really long sideburns do for you?
I don't know. I don't know much about. And what's funny is that, like, I actually, as much as I like to poke fun of it, I'm very interested in other religions.
Sure.
Um, maybe not like the studying of them, but at least trying to figure out like what's as my TV just shut off. Um, oh, it's back on. Watch out. Um, I don't even know what I was doing ads, but I don't even know what. It'd be interesting to find out some of these things. I've seen some like Netflix shows and behind the veil type shit on
Yeah.
some the Jewish and Islamic religion and stuff, but I still don't understand it very well. Um,
I forget a lot of the stuff I hear, even though it's super interesting. It's especially those shows are so jam packed with information. It's like you just find yourself unable to regurgitate it as you heard it.
Yeah, just I mean, it's funny when my grandpa used to say, "I've forgotten more things than you know." I believe that that is very probably very, very true because I think I forget way more than I retain these
Yeah,
days.
I've forgotten more things than I know for sure.
100%. I mean, and it's crazy to think excuse me,
Well,
I almost died there. Don't worry about me. But, how little of our brain we actually use.
yeah.
Um, I know that people have, the scientists have figured it out or at least done some stuff, but most apparently, I mean, I heard somebody say one time we use a very small portion, but apparently, as I just looked it up, on the contrary, all existing data shows that we are using 100% of our brains at all time.
Well, I guess here's where I disagree with that is, I so you always hear about kids studying for college exams and stuff and doing say Adderall. And I tried it once in college and
What'd you try?
not that Adderall, so like ADHD medicine,
Oh, okay, okay.
because I had like a test that I was not prepared for at all and needed to figure out a way to pass this class so I could graduate. And so I tried it and not that it gave me long term uh I guess retaining information abilities, but when I studied for that test, I read about 3 textbooks in one night and went in to take the test at like 8 or 9 in the morning and got a 99% on it, and it's a subject that I know virtually nothing about, but it gave me, like, the photographic memory where when I'm reading questions on the test, like, I could see, like, the text in the book, and I just whizzed through that
Wow.
thing, and so not that I condone doing that, but it certainly was effective and for me personally, like I've said on here, I don't really like reading a whole lot, and I think it is because my mind wanders and I don't retain a lot of stuff that I'm reading immediately. Not that my comprehension is horrible, I just don't retain it. And so that definitely gave me an ability that I did not have uh, otherwise.
So what you're saying is you're telling the youth and anyone that's trying to retain a little extra information for the short term is do drugs and
Do pharmaceuticals.
do some farms and be smart. So yeah, do drugs, kids. Um, just a quick, you know,
PSA.
break in the pod here. Our good friend Mr. The Keb is on location, and wanted to let us know that the Rangers are leading 4-1 in the top of the third inning.
Damn, game 7.
Oh, it's game 7. We are, and are we pulling for the Rangers, Mike? I mean, since you're there, are we pulling for a Texas team?
I think, well, they're both Texas teams because they're playing the Houston Astros.
Houston, the Houston assholes.
And I think most people who aren't in Houston dislike the Houston Astros. And so,
I feel like that's a very small, like if I go to a Mets game or a Yankee game, the likelihood of seeing a Florida Marlins or a Colorado Rockies or a Milwaukee Brewers hat is pretty good. Maybe
yeah.
even a Rangers hat or a jersey. You don't see any Astros shit. Nobody
Well,
likes the fucking assholes.
I think a lot of people bailed on them after they got caught cheating. So whatever fan base they did have outside of Houston
You know what? I think when it comes to
dissipated some.
baseball, I think they're all cheating. At least they're trying to. I mean, everybody's trying to read signs. That's an old thing that everybody says, oh, well, that's cheating. Well, you know what? They've been doing that since baseball's the first time a catcher or coach started using hand signals for a fucking, calling in a pitch where we're going to hit this or hit that and do that. People have been trying to use it.
Well, and for 20 years, if you weren't taking steroids, then you weren't playing
There you
Major League
go.
Baseball. So
I mean, I don't feel that you or I are probably the authority as far as, I mean, obviously from last week with, you know, Keberoni having the St. Joe on and they did some baseball trivia. We found out that the Keb is Mr. Braves
not
and
Mr. Baseball.
well, he's Mr. A lot of baseball. The
I mean,
truth is,
those were some really
those are
random, like,
fucking like crazy random shit that I would be interested to know if the people that vote on the Hall of Fame, the writers and stuff, even knew some of those questions. Because I mean, some of the really weird stat guys would know it, but not. I mean, not the just
you gotta have
hardcore big fan. I mean,
you
because
gotta have
Kip
like
loves all
Asperger's
sports.
or something to know all that shit.
Yeah, you got to have some fucking. You got to have an extra
Like
chromosome.
like 3 tisms.
Yeah, you got to have some extra tisms for sure. 100%. 4-2 now. The Rangers are still in the lead, but the Stros are making a push. You know what? Hopefully, hopefully the Rangers come out on top. I don't really give a shit. I know Kev's a big fan of baseball in general, and it sucks his Braves are out. But
I
guess what?
I
It's
don't
okay.
dislike them like I dislike, say, the Cowboys and the
True.
Stars.
I'm the same. Like
Being an outside sports
or
fan.
the Mavericks.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like the
don't.
Mavericks, the Stars,
I'm kind of
especially the
indifferent to the
Cowboys.
Mavericks, but the Cowboys and the Stars for sure.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I'm a homer when it comes to shit like this, man. And I
Oh,
know
me
that's
too.
crazy. Is that we got a dub yesterday. We beat down Packers. We sent them packing.
They packed it all the way up the pack holes.
Put it right in that nasty, dirty cheese hole. We put it in there, and we mushed it all around.
And now we got 2 wins.
Now we got 2 because we're better than you. Um, yeah, I don't know about um brain function, but I'll tell you one thing: there's crazy Jews everywhere, and bourbon and apple cider, hot apple cider, delish, absolutely
Yeah,
delish.
I definitely like some warm bourbon drinks.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, we it was a lot of fun playing that golf tournament today, and I'm only about 2 weeks away from heading to Vegas. Oh yeah, so people get ready because guess what? we might have
Say it ain't so.
another musical episode. We might have Under the Covers Menage a Trois coming out very soon.
All right.
Uh, um, have Mike and I recorded it? Fuck no. Can we? Yes, we can.
Will we? Who knows?
Maybe. Let me say this. At least when it comes to the musical episodes, I am the lazy one. Mike is not. Mike is ready to go on those anytime. He loves it. I will also say this. I previewed Mike's musical ministry tonight, and it sucks. Be ready for that.
Yeah.
It'll be coming shortly, but it's awful. And you're probably going to want to slit your throat. Hey, big shout out to Keb, since I know he's he's nice enough to tune in and be with us on nights that he can. It's nice because that Unfiltered Studios, they're piling up podcasts, man. He is collecting properties like a monopoly board.
He's got the curly mustache, and he's just sitting there twiddling the ends of it.
He's just building a monopoly. He's gonna have a nice stable of fucking shows. I mean, they're piling up. The only day that nobody wants to record on is the day that we're on.
They don't need that in their lives.
They don't want this smoke.
Fuck around, find out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We got the
Catch
find
me
out.
outside.
We the find out. We are the find out podcast, motherfuckers. No, just kidding. He'll probably find somebody awesome.
Oh, I'm sure.
Next thing you know, Theo Vaughn joining Unfiltered Studios. But anyway, good on you, Keb. Keep recruiting. Keep on snagging them. I mean, I saw another one joined. I don't know. I don't even remember what it was, and it's okay.
A movie one, I think.
It was a movie one. You're right. And
I thought St. Joe already had that covered, though.
He does a lot of movies and shows, but I mean, I think he could do one. He had his St. Joe had his wifey on this week. I haven't had a chance to listen yet. But
she's not on. He just talks about her a lot. So.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I just saw the title.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance to listen to it. I'm sure it's good. It's always good when he talks about his loved one, his madame,
his squeeze box.
Oh yeah, squeeze box it is. Speaking of squeeze box, when you die, how do you want to go? I mean, like, how do you want to be cremated, buried, planted under a tree? Do you want to be a root ball for a tree? Do you want to be your ashes thrown out in your swimming pool? What do you want to go on?
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on it. Like, I'm definitely not gung ho about being like buried in a casket. That doesn't speak to me. But if the people that exist, if it gives them closure, they can do whatever they want with me. They can burn me up and throw me off a mountain or put me on the shelf. I'll be dead. So it is what it is. Whatever helps people move on from.
So you don't have any like wishes?
No.
All you're like, do what you want.
Yeah.
They could stuff you and put you next to the fucking on the couch with them.
Yeah, just leave me on the curb and the garbage truck come pick me up on Thursday if need be.
What if they just decided to stuff you and roll you in a closet like St. Joe's Christmas tree and just pull you out every year on Halloween like this?
Yeah, like
yeah.
Yeah, I mean I would think that would be a pretty good Halloween decoration. They could dress me up like different every year.
I was talking to our friend Bandito earlier. Let me tell you guys some stories. Bandit, I mean, his name is Chris, but he goes by the Drunken Bandit. And I tell you, think about some of the
That's his Instagram too, I think, Drunken Bandit, if you'll want to look him up.
Yeah, the coolest hillbilly shit ever. This guy got mugged in a parking lot of a movie theater and shot and killed the guy. No joke.
Who was aiming a gun at him.
And he shot and killed him. He's like, fuck, you found out, motherfucker. You fucked around and you found out. Matter of fact, not this week, but next week, we are going to start a segment and we're going to base it on that. The fuck around and find out. and it'll be based on people that fucked around and they found out. So, but yeah, and then 6 months later, this motherfucker's out there working on his truck and cuts half of his finger off. And that night, fucker's back playing video games with the control. I mean,
Like nothing happened.
nothing happened. Just lopped his finger off, and then just tonight he had explosive diarrhea.
Chicken
Yeah,
ranch.
chicken and yeah, he was must have been that Heinz 57 and ranch and chicken. I'm like, God damn,
Would you
what
drink
kind
the
of
whole
combo?
bottle?
He's just sitting there guzzling it.
Oh, so
Oh,
speaking of the, Heinz 57, so did you watch that cooking video I sent you of the soup?
nope.
So this lady has a bunch of cubed beef, throws it in a pot of water, lets that boil out, and then throws a bag of mixed vegetables from
Vegetables.
Great Value
Can you say it again?
vegetables, Great Value,
Vegetables. It's got a D in it now.
and potatoes from Great Value, frozen potatoes. So she's letting that cook, and then to season the soup that is just water and basically sweaty beef water, she dumps
Sweaty beef.
a whole bottle of Heinz 57 into the soup, and then her and her son eat it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the stew I remember from my childhood. It's so good." So that's the kind of cooking video that I imagine every time I see like a Great Value bag of
You're
whatever.
just so fucking. You're just a racist.
She was white,
You're racist, though.
I think, as far as I remember. You can look
Yeah,
back at it and tell me if
you're
I'm wrong.
definitely racist. Um, that's okay. You and Saint Joe. Um, yeah, that's all right.
It looked
Uh,
awful.
it was awful. It's awful, waffle, falafel. But the reason I was talking about it, when I die, I definitely, definitely want to be turned into dust. I want to be cremated.
Can I have you made into like those exploding goofy golf balls?
You can. And you can just whack a doodle me to fucking.
So I can play practical jokes on people and just spray you all over them like if it's windy.
You want to spray me, baby? Yeah.
Like
I've been known to nut a lot.
have it like float back into their mouth.
It's not chunky like that one guy said. Ooh, yeah, just out into space. But the reason I was bringing that up is there was a little meaning behind that.
You're dying.
Could be, but I'm not right now.
Not yet.
So let's go out to Penrose, Colorado. You ever been to
Okay.
Penrose?
I don't think so. Maybe
Uh,
threw it on accident.
Penrose is not a big place, but let's go to Penrose, Colorado. Nearly 200 bodies were recovered from a Colorado funeral home accused of improper storage. At least 189 dead and decaying bodies were recovered from the Return to Nature funeral home in Colorado this week. That's roughly 75 more decedents than police originally believed to be on site when they began investigating the facility this month. Police first searched the funeral home located roughly 30 miles south of Colorado Springs on October 3rd after receiving a report of strong odors coming from the building. What they found inside was horrific, according to Fremont County Sheriff Alan Cooper, who declined to go into further detail. But according to the website, Return to Nature offers a green and natural burial service, which allows bodies to decompose underground without the use of metal caskets or chemicals. And apparently that is legal in Colorado, but the law requires that bodies that are not embalmed to be refrigerated for within 24 hours of death. And anyway, the county coroner, Randy Keller, declined to say whether remains discovered were intended for natural burial, but he did note that they were improperly stored. And some of them have been in there for up to 2 months. That's a lot of bodies to have stored, waiting for whatever they're going to. 100 and at least 189 dead bodies. Obviously, they're dead, but bodies.
Yeah, that sounds like
Ooh.
somebody who like opened a funeral home but really didn't know what they were doing. And they're just like, "Okay, I'll take your money," and can't figure out why they're running out of storage room in their facility.
I also heard a year or so ago, a couple years ago, maybe, a story going around about a funeral home that was charging people for cremations and not actually cremating the bodies, but selling the bodies to body
Organ,
farms
yeah.
and not organ stuff, but I mean like body farms and to overseas um, laboratories that do testing on bodies, dead bodies and stuff. I'm like, I would be, I'd be a pissed off motherfucker, boy. They gave these people a little urn full of, you know, dirty dust
Yeah,
from somebody they didn't even know. Um,
or it's
and
just
like,
wood.
yeah, who knows? I mean, I've seen some body dust. It's hey, look, the moon, and
Would you look at that?
would you just look at it? But I think, yeah, I want to be burned to a crisp. But maybe like somebody could sprinkle me into their fucking eggs every day and just eat me.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe swish it around in some chocolate milk and just drink it up.
Glug,
Swallow me
glug.
down. Just swallow me up. Take it all.
Yeah, I'm not sure about all that.
Why not? Come on, be a friend.
I'll feed you to other people, but you try to get inside of me enough times that I know better.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy J coming. I'm gonna come. Um, Kev, we need an update. What's the score now, bud? Gosh, our on-field reporter's getting drunk in the stands and not even talking to
I
us.
think he's asleep.
He's a sleeper. He's just a sleeping. Pork tenderloin, one of my favorites. Um, I'm ready for just the tip.
Okay.
Are you?
What did pork tenderloin have to do with anything?
Don't worry about it. I'm hungry, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm fucking hungry. I'm fat. Leave me the fuck alone.
You just shout out words like you have like food Tourette's.
Hot dog!
T-bone steak. Corn on the cob.
Mashed potato! Gravy.
Oh, cheese balls.
Okay, here we go. Just the Tip is brought to you by the fine folks at Finding Your Way, a wonderful podcast full of inspiration and enlightenment brought to you by our good friend the Beebs each and every Thursday, courtesy of the Unfiltered Studios, where you can find and download each and every week at unfpod.com. Thank you, Beebs. We appreciate you, and I know you love Just the Tip.
Join him as he finds our way to our tip.
Just the tip. Anyway. So,
Just a tip.
just the tip. I got my business socks on. This is just one for Mike
Oh,
because you're married
okay.
and I'm single.
You've been married.
So, yeah, 27 times.
You can
41
answer
kids.
general questions about marriage.
What is the biggest argument between you and your wife on a daily basis? And I'm going to say it doesn't have to be a daily. They wrote daily basis, but it doesn't have to be that. But I mean, it could be like, I'm going to go ahead and broaden this to like, and it
Like a
doesn't have to be a
recurring
big,
thing.
yeah, it doesn't have to be a knockdown, drag out fight. We don't want to know that kind of shit anyway. But I mean, like, what would be one of the things that, God, look at that cave behind me. I'm looking,
That's a
I'm looking out
massive
of,
cave hole.
I'm looking out of Earth's fucking vagina right now. It's
Beautiful.
Oh, now I'm into their anal rocks.
So to answer your question,
Cornbread.
potato chip. I wouldn't say we have any like super ongoing argument or anything. We're pretty, I don't know. We're pretty good at just like moving on from things and not having it like I think probably why we work so well is because like I've been in relationships in the past where somebody will continually bring up something over and over again. But
Beating the dead horse.
yeah, but I've never had that issue with Amber, which I'm very thankful of. But
Good.
um, you know, something that I continually have an issue with is regardless of how much money I make, it bothers me to spend unnecessarily. And so when I see the Amazon little swoosh thing like chip piling up on my phone, like getting 10,000 things a day, sometimes it'll just make me go off like and it's not the big purchase that I go off on, it's like the $3 like nothing purchase. It's like sometimes that just drives me crazy and I decide to take it out on the one that doesn't make any sense. Probably the other I wouldn't say it's an argument, but it's like the one thing that we kind of like try to ping pong back and forth is like, we have a 1.5-year-old right now and he's out of the crib, so he's in a real bed. And so when we like, when we hear the door and hear him get out, it's kind of the battle of you go put him back to sleep in the middle of the night, like 1, 2 in the morning kind of thing. Um, so that's really
I
the
think that's a kind of a normal battle.
yeah, and it's like, you will, but you sure would like to just go back to sleep, but uh,
Yeah,
that's about it. Nothing. We don't really have any huge arguments for the most part. And when
that's
we
good.
do, it we take a couple days or whatever and just get over it and move on because usually it's nothing. It's not about anything real or anything like that. It's just like an instance and a bad moment for somebody, something like that.
Mm. Well, I think that's yeah, I mean it's good. You gotta get over it, gotta move past it. Kemp was nice and responded to us, or responded to me when I asked the question. The Rangers are up 8-2,
Holy shit!
still in the top of the fourth. And in other news, apparently the Vikings are actually beating the 49ers 16-7 right now. And I can't have that happen. I need the Niners to win. I have them in my pick'ems.
Oh,
Damn it. Kev, thank you very much.
Gersh darn it!
Gosh darn it. Fucking Niners. Pull your heads out of your asses, boys. Although the Vikings, the first part of the year looked pretty good, but they haven't lately, so I don't know. Um, so let me, I guess, think back to not really one I would say one maybe one of annoyance when I was um when I was married. Instead, when I was a kid, the parents decided this is what you're eating tonight.
Hmm.
They cooked one meal. I mean, they would cook different things for us, but it was never like we're cooking one for you and one for you. And oh, if we're grabbing dinner somewhere because we're being lazy parents tonight, we're going to get, Sonic for you and Dairy Queen for you and maybe those chilies for you. I mean, no, it
Right.
was one stop shop.
That's how it should be.
Well, it wasn't when I was with, yeah, it wasn't. She was
With
whatever they want. I'll go to Sonic and I'll get you a drink from Sonic and your food from McDonald's. And oh, you want some potato wedges from the chicken shop? Okay.
I mean, I
No,
guess
fuck that.
the only real defense of that is that everything's about 3 feet from each other in Bowie, and there's never a line anywhere. So,
I don't give a
but
shit.
it doesn't make it right, and I do think that's a terrible habit
I
to
mean,
get
but
your kids
that's
into.
it's also like you said, excuse me, I'm tired because I'm old. Um, little tiny frivolous shit, but I will say this. Um, it's sometimes it's hard to let things go with especially when it's with your significant other. Is it for the betterment of the relationship? Absolutely, if possible. If it's not something detrimental, it's not like cheating or, done something down and dirty and wrong, which I
Yeah.
guess cheating is always the big thing. But if that's not in the cards, and it's really not, but being able to let stuff go is difficult,
Well, I think if you're
especially if you
get
don't have answers, because people want to, like, as a human, most people, they want to know, like, why did you fucking say this? Why did you do this? Why did you need to spend three more fucking dollars on Amazon when you
on
already have 27
paper clips.
fucking, you already have 5,000 fucking colors of nail polish? I get it. She needs more. But yeah, paper clips, that's a dumb one. You can bring her paper clips home for free.
Yeah, just stealing from work like
Yeah,
normal people.
like most people. I mean, she that okay, I'm mad at her for that too. Um,
Well, no, I think if you're gonna, essentially agree to be with somebody, then you have to. Well, not necessarily agree, but like if you're with somebody and you want to make it work, you have to decide either this is something I can let go or this is something I cannot let go. And if you can't let it go, then it's probably time to start thinking about, other life decisions because, bringing up the same thing over and over again is never going to get you anywhere when you're in a relationship with somebody. So even if somebody does something real bad, if you still want to be with them and you love them, then you have to decide in your mind, hey, like I'm going to be done with this argument and I'm not going to bring it up again. But if it's something
yeah,
you can't get over, then, that's a whole different thing. And you have to make that decision and recognize it. And, if it's hard to move on from people, I understand that. But if you can't get
it
over it,
is.
then you gotta pull the plug and move on.
Yeah, it's easier said than done in some scenarios. Um, Let me ask you a question. We're gonna find out what kind of guy you are.
Oh,
You're sitting at the mall. Nobody sits at the mall anymore, but I'm just going with it. You're sitting
indoor
at
or
the
outdoor
mall.
mall?
Um, Indoor,
So like regular, not outlet.
regular.
Okay, I find myself at the outlet mall more often than not.
You're at the food court.
Okay,
You just grabbed a couple pizza rolls. You're dipping them in sauce. But anyway, you're minding your business. You had
can
to
it
go
be
there for something on
can it be
lunch.
Panda Express
Okay, you got some orange chicken
and egg rolls?
and egg rolls,
Can I get the fortune cookies?
hamburgers. Yes, you can have the fortune cookies.
Okay,
Two of them. Two of them.
okay, okay, perfect. Yeah. Did
What are you
one not
drinking?
have a fortune in it though? That's why I had to get the second one.
Actually, it has two in there.
Oh shit, that's
It's a double fortune.
is that a good omen or a bad
That
omen?
means you're very fortunate,
Okay,
extra fortunate. So you're eating your Panda Express, you're loving it. You're just
yeah,
minding your business. You had to go there quick. You had to pick up something, and you could only get it at the mall because why else would we be there? But you're sitting there eating your lunch, and a little 3-year-old kid runs up to you
okay.
with a fake phone. His hand. It's just his hand in the phone shape, and he's like, "It's for you. It's ringing. Pick it up."
Oh, you better talk into that phone.
Do you answer it? Do you answer that phone?
Well, I'll probably talk on my own phone, like I'm talking to the kid.
Oh yeah, but you're gonna pick up, right?
Yeah,
If a little kid's calling you, pretend you're picking that phone up every time.
it depends how like booger faced he is and like if he's cute or not.
No, it doesn't. You
if
do it no
he's
matter what.
if he's got like the Kool-Aid stains and looks like his parents hadn't given him a bath in like two
Maybe you just
years.
take him home with you and clean him up yourself. You just put that little fucker in your pocket and walk on out.
Look like he's been rolling around in the dirt playing with the dog for about a week straight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But no, you pick up that phone. Some
Damn right you do.
sometimes you got to cut the call short, but you at least start
Sometimes
it.
I gotta go.
I got shit to do.
Yeah. Me and Jayla used to play the phone game. For some reason, she always liked to play the pound puppy game. She acted like she was a pound puppy, and I had to come rescue her. She'd go hide under the bed, be like, "I'm a puppy and I'm at the pound. Come and get me." Okay.
Yeah,
She's like, "Do you have?"
Colfax is in the phone stage right now. He has a big plastic one that all the boys had.
Hell yeah. When you were in the Bachelor Dome, you were a bachelor.
Let me see if I can remember it that long ago. Okay.
All right, you're
All right,
there.
I'm focused. It's
What are
very
some things
lonely.
in your house that you would not have today?
Oh, well, I think the embarrassment more is the stuff that I didn't have. It's like
Okay.
I was such a minimalist. Like when I met Amber, I lived in like this crazy like 3,500 square foot house that we just had endless empty rooms in it. Like one of the kids' dads owned it, and then we all rented 3 bedrooms, and then there was some stuff in the kitchen, and there was like nothing else in the house. And so, like, I just had my desk and my computer and my clothes, my guitar and my bed, and that was pretty much it. So I'd never like on my own taken it upon myself to like decorate a house or like
Hmm.
have trinkets or like stuff like that or like nice stuff like now I have like my nice cooking stuff, my expensive knives and my nice hex clad pans and like stuff like that. But like I didn't have shit back then, so that I didn't really have anything embarrassing or anything like that.
So, do you think that as getting older, you became more cultured and civilized, or do you think that Amber helped culture and civilize you just by having a woman's touch around? Because I mean, obviously, earlier you said you get pissy about the Amazon thing, but you got to realize she's at home teaching your kids. She needs a salary. Okay, yeah, she gets a nice house, but she has no salary.
Well, it's all
Um,
her. Like if I lived by myself, I would not have probably 90% of the things I do right now.
yeah, I mean, all that shit behind you would be on like metal shelves.
Yeah, it's a bookshelf. What do I need that for?
What the fuck? I mean, I've got 6 books in my house, and 2 of them are fucking the stupid history book,
Have you
and
made it
that's
through
all
that
right.
yet?
Oh yeah. Actually, no, I haven't because I'm looking for the Easter eggs now.
No. Fair enough.
I'm probably stupid and I won't understand. I won't even notice the Easter eggs. I don't know how blatantly obvious they are. They might be. I'm wondering if they're page numbers or something weird, or I don't know. I'm going to find out. I will find it.
But I guess one of the other things about being a homeowner too is I've had to learn how to be like a lot more handy because I didn't grow up like with my dad doing like handy
Yeah.
projects and teaching me to do stuff like that. And so like a couple weeks ago I built Tulkin's bed. Um,
Well, as a
just
pre-boxed bed, I mean,
right, but just doing all the work to do it.
you had to put the screws
I,
in.
when I started doing projects, I did plenty of them where I got to like almost the end and I'm like realize I put something on backwards or I used the wrong screws or did this or that where I have to like pull all the shit out and start back over again. So
Yeah.
it helps you pay attention a lot better once you've
Not
fucked it up a few
nice.
times.
Yeah, I mean, you built those planters. I remember when you built those planters in your backyard. Those were cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of digging and they're still back there. I have tomato plants right now, watermelon plants, okra,
Watermelon?
asparagus. Yeah.
You got
We
some
actually,
good
like,
melons?
it was such a hot fucking summer that like really nothing grew. And we finally pulled our first watermelon out like 3 weeks ago. And
Wow.
it was pretty small too. It was like size of a baby head.
Mm, nice. I like a baby head.
But the kids love watermelon, so they tore right through it.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't love watermelon? Do you like watermelon? I love it.
How do you feel about salted watermelon?
I love it.
I love it. Ice cold, just
Oh yeah. I like them. I like not cubes.
the balls.
Balls. I like
Yeah.
the balls. Watermelon balls. Um, put them in the freezer and let them freeze. Ooh, so good. Ooh, yeah.
Fits in my mouth.
Oh, it's so nice.
Juicy.
It's so good. Um, wow. Kev says one of them is pretty damn obvious. Hmm. I don't
Of
know what he's
course it
talking
is.
about. I wonder if he's talking about the books or if he's talking about that honey on my lips. Um, he might be. Um, anyway, how about we jump into little Mike's musical ministry, which I've already forewarned everybody. Go ahead and turn off the fucking show for the next 2 minutes because it's gonna fucking suck. Mike, lead us in.
I
to
was
the
all about it.
worst segment we've ever had.
So, this last week, Amber and I had kind of a cool date night. So we went to there's this like 100-year-old theater in
How cool was it?
this cool.
Tater tots.
But there's like this 100-year-old theater that recently got renovated down in the stockyards called the ISIS. And I guess the ISIS was like an old chain of movie theaters like back in the 20s and 30s, um, where there was only a few like around the country. And so this was like the event back then for people to come from Dallas and Fort Worth to watch old movies.
Okay.
Um, and so we went to an event there that was like a big candlelit like Halloween music thing. That
Hey,
was a
hold on.
string quartet.
Look behind me. Does it look like there's a coyote sucking off somebody?
The tree,
Yeah,
yeah, kind of. I
it
see it.
does. Yep. There's a
Yeah,
coyote sucking a
with like
fucking
fuzzy little
cactus
ears.
off. Oh, yeah.
Um, so we went to this deal as like a candlelit quartet concert, and it was all like Halloween, spooky season music.
Okay.
And so the song I picked this week was from that. They played it there, so it's just instruments. So Jay thinks that's boring, but some people might like it.
Nobody's
Um,
going to like this.
but I figured with Halloween coming up on Tuesday, um, I'd play this one and hopefully get people kind of in the mood for the spooky time of year. And so this is the funeral march of a marionette. And this one's by the Philharmonic Wind Orchestra.
Very nice. Let's check it out. Wow, man. Wow. That was fucking thrilling and exciting. And brought to you by Mike, Colonel Slanders. That fucking thing sucked. I mean, I'm not kidding. I could jerk off right now and it would be more exciting than that for all
Well,
of you.
it should be like,
Not for you.
oh, well, I don't think that
Yes,
would be the case.
I know so.
But what I was going to say, so last week, we had the question where they asked me what uh, recommendations I'd make for making Halloween fun. And
Hmm.
usually, like when you're trying to do a Halloween playlist, it's, Monster Mash, Thriller, uh, a couple
Yeah.
other songs. Um, but like if you're having a Halloween party, I'd recommend putting on like the Halloween orchestra playlist, something like that, because that would be really good background music and still gave you kind of the same ambiance without people taking too much pause away from whatever they're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like to if um it's why I like if I'm at dinner or something, I like it. I prefer it when they have
Live jazz or
like an
whatever.
instrumental like duet or something duo going and versus just having you know, music playing and lyrics and all that shit. I don't want to hear that stuff. I want to be able to
What
sit.
about like a mariachi guy, like right in your ear?
I'd like him if he was sitting in my lap. Burritos, um, tacos, burritos, enchiladas. Give me them refried beans. I'll
Doritos
put it.
Loco.
I'll put it all hot in your mama. Um, chili cheese burrito, one of my
Flicker
favorites.
refried bean.
You ever get the cups of the bean and cheese cup
At
from
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell?
No,
Me either.
I don't know what that is.
You can get a cup of refried beans and cheese.
Like a drink cup?
No, it's a little serving cup. They just you
Oh,
ask for beans and cheese. It's on their fucking menu.
oh, who knew?
Now you do. You're educating you each and every week.
The more you know.
The more you know. The more you know. You know, Halloween. I'm surprised that um I'm surprised that some people celebrate Halloween. Some people don't. It's a pagan holiday, or at least that was its origin story.
Sometimes you get those dickheads that turn all their lights off and
I do only because I, I don't want to have to walk downstairs and all that shit. So I mean, I'm blacked out. I don't even put a thing out. Take one. Take one if you
yeah,
need it. Leave one if you don't.
you're that guy.
I don't put anything out there. I mean, what I might do this year is put like just a box of nasty um, eggs with caramel dripped on them and worms.
I would bet that your neighbor gets pretty wild for Halloween.
Which one? The
The one you had on the
drag
show.
queen?
Yeah.
I would I would
You
say
should
so.
you should probably go hang out with them and see what's happening.
No thanks. But yeah, the Halloween holiday has its roots in the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Samhain.
Now.
Samhain.
Now.
It's a pagan religious celebration to welcome the harvest at the end of the summer, when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
And do corn mazes?
Conmesis, Hamas. By the way, fuck Hamas. I don't even know him, but fuck him.
Fuck them. I hardly know them.
That's right. But yeah. So I mean, Halloween. Yeah, we won't have another show before. I mean, we'll have a recording.
This is our Halloween episode.
I guess it is. I wish I would have thought about that, but I didn't because we record on Mondays and release on Fridays. We're stupid. Um,
Now the
St.
song
Joe,
feels a
St.
little
Joe,
more
St. Joe
appropriate.
told us we're stupid because of it.
Very
I
stupid.
mean, a lot of time. But let me tell you what else is stupid. St. Joe, by the way, somebody in Unfiltered Studios, you guys are a fucking conglomerate of fucking podcasts and shows now. Somebody help St. Joe with his audio. Welcome to another fabulous episode of Nailed It. I'm St. Joe. Fucking fix your mic. Come on, St. Joe.
It didn't do that on Unfiltered.
No, I don't know what happened, but it's cray cray. And then I mean, I don't know what happened last week. He was on Refiltered with Keb.
I think it started for a second and then it was fine the rest of the episode.
Yeah, but somebody somebody get him a new mic. Matter of fact, I have two. I can send him one. I have three. I'll send him one. Same one that Mike's using right now. And Mike sounds fantastic. I mean,
Look.
Can you hear this? Little ASMR.
Oh.
Hi. St. Joe. fix that mic, brother. Come on. Your show's way too good, and you're getting. You know what? Your show's too good. You're too good, and your listeners deserve a lot better audio quality than they are receiving. Do better. Be better. Um, and keep rocking in the free world. Let it all
Yep.
hang out. Um, yeah, so I'm ready to get out of here. You ready to get out of
Yeah.
here?
Oh yes. Let's get out of here.
Please, I'm fucking ready, dude.
For fuck's sake, let's get
For
out of
fuck's
here.
sake, I'm gonna get ready to take off into the background here.
Just
So fucking
float off.
blast off.
I was
Let's
gonna
see, there I
say,
go.
you watch the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall
Yes.
when they're talking on what I guess Skype was whatever. That's a good one.
Ooh,
Speaking
that
of black
was.
holes,
Yeah.
when he's talking on back in the day, like it'd give you the backgrounds, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a space Martian," and he's like trying to talk to him about serious shit, and he's just like, "Would you focus?" Like,
Wait, what are the boys gonna be for Halloween this year?
we're all gonna be Vikings.
You're all gonna be Vikings?
Oh
Because
yeah,
none of you look very Viking. You're all short, squatty, fat, no hair. I mean, how are you gonna pull this off?
good camera angles mostly.
Okay. I saw the pictures of the boys and Amber at one of their things when they were Vikinged up.
Yeah.
Looking good. I can't wait to see you in a kilt.
I don't know what she got me. She puts all the creative stuff together. So
I hope she
I
has
might be
you in a
like running
kilt.
around the neighborhood shirtless. Who knows?
God, I hope so. Gonna be nice. Watch out, Tejas. Watch out.
We're
I'm gonna
coming
go as a overweight middle-aged man
in a sweatshirt.
in a gray sweatshirt, maybe a hoodie.
With no lights on in his house.
Zero lights. All right, guys, we appreciate you. Make sure you tune in each and every Friday and download us, share us, rate us, do whatever you can to help us out. Please, somebody join us on fucking Monday nights here. I mean, Keb is religiously on here with us when he can, and he's not recording himself, and we appreciate it because Keb's the motherfucking man, the motherfucking Keb,
My guy.
my guy, my man, the motherfucking Keb. That's my Keb. Mr. the Keb, always coming through in the clutch. And you know what? I think the soon to be world famous wife listens too when she
I
has to.
I think they listen separately, which is kind of interesting.
Probably a smart thing because she can probably close her eyes and think about the honey on these lips. I don't know what that is. That's a thumbs up
Yep.
from who?
I sent it to him. That's his
Oh,
like
you.
fuck off emoji. Like when he's done with the conversation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kev is big for the thumbs up. He's like, I'm done. Thumbs up. In a text message chain. It's I think what would be great is if somebody just, and this would be Keb's the only one that could do this, go back and through the anal
Anals?
annals of the
Annals of
refiltered,
time.
maybe the unfiltered, because the refiltered he's been a little pretty tame because the Beebs always had him on a short chain. But now the dog is loose. The chain has been broken. Um, I want to get just like a 5-minute montage of all the fuck offs and fuck yous and fuck off and go
I think
fuck
it's
yourself.
way longer than 5 minutes.
Oh, we could do 4 or 5 hours. But I think it'd be great just to have a little nice montage. But yeah, hey, I think we're going to have to record the Menage a Trois under the covers with the Two Penny Podcast. Menage a Trois coming soon. All
Better
over
hurry
your
up.
face. That's right. Anyway, all right, we're going to get out of here. For Colonel Slanders, Mr. The Mike, I am Jay Jones. This is the Two Penny Podcast. Make sure you tune in, share us. Please join us on Monday nights. We do love you. And like I always say, if nobody else wants to fuck you because nobody is fucking me, go fuck yourself. And I mean that with the sincerest of heart. I love you. And I want you to be a better you this week. Be a better person. Tell somebody you love them. Just don't tell me because I don't love you back. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Mike, anything else for these fine folks?
Wrap it up.
Jeez, I don't even know. I think Mike's internet's going out, which is fucking fantastic. At least it lasted this long. Anyway, all right. So for Mike, I'm Jay Jones. For May, I don't know what he said. Anyway, all right. We'll see you next time. Bye. Mike's not even going to say it this week, so that's fine.
Can you hear me?
Well, we can now. You've ruined the
Oh.
whole show. But guess what? I can fix this through the magical world of editing. So guess what? We'll do this one more time. All right. We'll see you next time. Adios. Goodbye.
Trick or treat or arrivederci.
Jesus. I'm going to, oh my God. I'm going to get Amber to co-host next week.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Bye.